Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And it was capped off by the touchdown run that came from Lamar Jackson. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. They'll be led out by their 6'4" quarterback, the former #1 overall pick in 2000. Jameis Winston.
And this is a guy who cares totally about his team. He will do whatever it takes for a play to be successful and for his team to win. I've seen him become a lead blocker on running plays, even though I'm sure his coaches don't want him anywhere near that pile.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And now Bruce Arians with a play clock running low is going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll run for the first time with Peyton Barber. And, right away, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Well, he's going to have to shake out the cobwebs first time he touches the football, and he drops it on the ground.
So many times we talk about quarterbacks and taking care of them early to get them in the flow with safe throws, right? But with a runner, there is no such thing as a safe run, right? Right out of the gate, you're going to be in some traffic. You got to take care of the ball, and he didn't do that.
And, oh, my goodness, what a catch at the 6. Give him 32 on the play.
32 yards. Complete to Willie Steve. 1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. Touchdown, Ravens. Well, he told us he was going to hit the end zone a couple times in this game. I just don't know that he envisioned doing it in the first quarter.
He probably did. I'm not sure we did,
yeah.
Right? Because all the great ones, that's what they do. They dream about it, right? They think about it. They envision it. They think it's going to happen and almost will themselves into it. I just look at what he's done so far and just wonder what's left to come. Let's sit back and enjoy this one.
Tucker with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Heading back out there, a look at Peyton Barber. He's got to clear his mind a little bit right now. 1 carry, and that carry was a lost fumble.
Clear his mind, clear his hands, and just let this one go. Sometimes it happens. You drop the ball. Got a full game ahead of him. Hand it to him again. See if they can start to produce.
A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 38-yard line.
To throw is Winston. And Winston lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
On 3rd down, Winston. Got him in. It's Brashad Perriman. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. Needed more than 3, but that's all they got. And it's 4th down. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They're going to try for it on 4th. Winston stays out there. They're indeed going. It's Winston. It's caught. Jones. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. On 2nd and 12, Winston. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A gain there of 21 yards.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Winston in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. From the gun, Winston. And it's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Throwing is Jackson. And now he'll tuck it and run. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson, they've got his man, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one good for 37 yards. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. This will be caught by Brown. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. Snead's got it. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 13-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he will score. Touchdown. Baltimore. Lamar Jackson on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns as the Ravens push further out in front. This is becoming quite the half he's had here.
Remember in our pregame meet.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And that one goes virtually nowhere. Tried to fake extra point, but nothing comes of it. They've got this big lead. They said, forget 1, we want 2. Instead, they got 0.
Unbelievable they didn't even attempt it. from the 15-yard line. What are they thinking? I do know this. When you fake one in this situation with that type of a lead, especially from the 15-yard line, oh, boy. I tell you what, meeting them again somewhere down the line, they'll remember this. Yeah, they'll think that they were trying to clown them a little bit.
Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Now throwing on first down and completing it. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. A gain of 32 that time. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll throw again. Winston looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Now Winston. The quick slant caught. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. From 4 yards out, as they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, full half to be played. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And they'll start in a hole here as he's brought down at the 11-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Brings it just past the 15, able to avoid the initial contact, but not much more there on the play.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 17-yard line.
And this time they'll just keep this on the ground. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. So we've reached the intermission, and just like that, on we head to half number 2. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the 3rd quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
and I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive, and we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 33. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that.
Does that happen? Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet. A first throw for the backup Griffin. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. He was trying to get it to Seth Roberts, and it's third down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle.
And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Vita Vea breaking through to get the sack. Here's Griffin to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is going to be incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. Barber on 1st and 10. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Ellington. That's shedding his way forward. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Jameis to throw it. And he finds Howard complete. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. A first down throw for Winston. And this is caught by Evans. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Offense.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating? The guys who just gave up that play.
Ready. Black 25. Tackles.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. And Winston lost the football. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Throwing, Winston. Pass, and he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Here's Cairo Santos now, ready to get this one started. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Jackson on first down. And an alley to run. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Jackson now. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. And a very good offensive unit here. One of the reasons they're so good is running back Mark Ingram.
Took a little while for him to find his footing when he got into the league, but the former Heisman Trophy winner has it now and has really upped his pass receiving potential. A nice player.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Shaquille Barrett coming in hard that time on the blitz, and he gets him down. It's a loss of 4. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Devin White, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. This is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. They're led out by a man raised in Alabama, went to Florida State. It's their quarterback, Jameis Winston.
No question at all about his talent, and that's been on display since his first game as a starter at Florida State. On a Monday night, the whole country watching, he only missed 2 passes in the entire game and led his team to a big victory and later a national championship as a freshman.
They'll run the toss to Barber. Busts through the tackle. Oh, Barber loses it. And the ball ends up out of bounds, so it'll be a loss on the play.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Check 21. 6. Check curls.
3rd and long for Winston. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 25 yards that time.
1st down, Buccaneers.
Winston now to throw on 1st down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. get a glance now at the Buccaneer offense.
So let's all work together on this one because it's natural to just watch the football. But I want all of us to watch the center of this offensive line, the center and the two guards. They've got to be able to control the point of attack, and they didn't do such a good job on that last play. Plenty of opportunities to redeem themselves. They'll have to take advantage of that and start to make progress.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and this is what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
They'll run on first down. Barber. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. And here are the Raven defensive starters.
And free safety Earl Thomas has a list of accomplishments as long as anyone's arm. But the thing I think about with him at all times, no matter what happens in front of him on the defensive end of the ball, he's back there to erase any mistakes that happen. The top guy in the league, as far as I'm concerned, in that category.
Now the first carry for Ronald Jones. And some good running out of the gates as he takes this up to the 33. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense on balance.
And down inside the 15 he goes. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down. First down, they go with Barber again. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. 14 yards as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. After 7-0 on EA Sports. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. Here's a throw dropped off to his fullback. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll make this a second down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And an alley to run. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson letting one go deep for Roberts. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Evans. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive. And he loses the football a second time. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Fumbles, that's how you get in the coach's doghouse. The first one lost and it hurt. This time you lose it and it's taken in for a score. It really hurt.
And about that doghouse, it won't exactly be comfortable, and it definitely won't be air-conditioned.
Milk bones?
None.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
On the ground, it's Barber to start the drive. And oh my goodness, he loses it again. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
Ready? Black, do that. Me and you all day. All day. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Check 24. Check 24. Wait.
Jameis now on first down. And Brate, the tight end's got it. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Winston under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Willie Henry muscled his way in for the sack. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
On 3rd down, Winston. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Jackson.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuck that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
These type of plays are backbreakers for a defense. They thought they had him hemmed in, thought they were going to get him on the ground with the pass rush, but we're unable to do so. He gets away, picks up a big first down, and sets up 1st and goal inside the 10.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. Buying time to his left. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaquille Barrett picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. He may try and run for, and he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Taking it in from 11 yards out, and the Ravens have taken the lead.
That's a tough one there defensively because look at the stops they got on 1st and 2nd down, and it's 1st and 2nd and goal. And then on 3rd down, they cover the receivers, but they leave an alley open for him to find, and he does. That is frustrating. You do almost everything right, and he still ends up in the end zone.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it was capped off by the touchdown run that came from Lamar Jackson. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And we shift to spotlighting Mike Evans. You better believe that he's well aware he has 0 catches right now, and they're losing, so he's probably a little hungry.
And you know the guys on defense are aware as well. And they're really excited that he has no catches, but they're also worried because a lot of times that's like the ticking time bomb. The longer you hold him down, when he finally explodes, look out.
Yeah, no catches, though, so far in this game. Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 1st down Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13. First down, Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now Winston looking downfield for Godwin. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The intended target was Chris Godwin, and it's 3rd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. There he goes left side. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. 3rd down, passing down. They throw the extra defensive back in there for a nickel package, and it worked out.
And it's not anything that you would think is just great strategy. It's just that when you have 5 defensive backs on the field and an obvious passing down, it's a lot tougher to complete a pass. And on that play, they completed it just to the wrong team, and it cost them 6 points.
And now the Ravens calling the offense onto the field here as they're going to go for 2.
Double dog, that's the 3. He's checking credit.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And he's going to keep it here. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And there's a quick momentum swing. INT return for a pick 6, and then the 2-point conversion good.
And even if you're keeping your wits about you, you're thinking to yourself, okay, extra point block team going into the game now. All of a sudden you're hearing defense, everyone's scrambling for their helmets and throwing down their cups of water. That's a great position for them to be in, trying to score against that team. A little bit disjointed.
And a nifty return there as he's all the way up past the 40-yard line.
Now, that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get into that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they...
And Jameis intercepted a third time. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
2 times.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. Flush to his right. On the run. He'll let this go deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. So we reach half. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fairly short kick, taken at the 14 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Jameis Winston and company heading back onto the field now. And he's looking to take much better care of the football here in half 2 after 3 first-half interceptions.
We don't have to just look strictly at the numbers here. You know what else happens to a team when you turn it over 3 times like that? It erodes confidence in you. And it erodes confidence in the offense. And now you have the defensive guys looking over and saying, what is going on here? And instead of playing for the team, they're playing angry and mad at their teammates.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. They'll stay on the ground with Barber. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer first down.
Let's go.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Get wide.
On first down, Jones. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
Let's go, team.
On first and 10, Winston. Underneath, he's got Brate. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first. Continuing to fight for more. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown run. As they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up. You don't don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. The third quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you've got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those counters now, those extra plays or plays they haven't run that'll be effective and get them back moving again?
They'll be looking for something here, anything to seize that momentum back. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now it's Jackson. And he rifles one incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. It's complete to Snead. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Forced out to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down. They go play action now. Jackson. Snead's got it. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
And the Baltimore first down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
We go.
Throwing now. Jackson on first down. That's into the hands of the tight end, Boyle. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. This one complete to Ingram. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another first down.
Complete to Mark Ingram. 1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
To throw again is Jackson. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown as the Ravens push further out in front. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Back now in Baltimore. It's Buccaneer football, but they've got work to do. They find themselves behind here to start the fourth quarter. Throwing again on second down. Winston. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin. 62 yards as his guys are back within a single score. So that's a really big play here in the fourth quarter. And don't look now, they're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense? Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead is down to just one score. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. This game has really flipped on its head. 2 unanswered touchdowns by the other side, and now they take over here with just a very slim one-score lead.
And we've seen this how many times now? Teams get a big lead, they go into coast mode, and all of a sudden they're scrambling and battling for a win down the stretch. They've got to put something together right here, otherwise they're in danger of doing the old snatching defeat from the jaws of victory.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Ndamukong Suh with a sack. We've seen that a ton since he entered the league in 2010. Here's Jackson. He finds Roberts, complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give him 17 on that pickup. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down. Now it's Jackson.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Jackson now. He's got it to Ingram, complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Flushed out right. And it's 6 points for the Baltimore Ravens. The quarterback run has eaten him up all game long, and there he goes again, this time into the end zone.
And what I like about what I'm seeing, absolutely running almost with impunity. He's not worried about his body. He's not worried about sliding. He's not worried about protecting himself. He's worried about getting yardage. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, you've got to start figuring out what these blocking schemes are and finding ways to defeat them.
Jackson looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. It's a big play there for the Buccaneers. 43 yards. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. Second down. Throwing on second down. Winston. This is caught. That'll put him at 66 receiving yards now for the game, and he's got a first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll run it with Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Brings up second and goal at the 3-yard line.
So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got it second and goal as they look for a late touchdown. They'll run with Barber. Powers, and he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Peyton Barber, his second touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys are back within a single score. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
This is fielded at the goal line. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all three timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down. Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson being chased out left. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A really nice gain of 25 yards. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
On second down, it's Ingram. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Ingram again. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. He's got his man. It's Andrews. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, 28 yards as the Ravens push further out in front. So once more, the Ravens will come to the line here and go for the two-point try. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
And, of course, on the two-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
And the Buccaneers able to recover. Their hands team does its job. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith, and that will write a finish to this ball game. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they?
Santos to kick off for Tampa Bay.
Here's Cairo Santos now, ready to get this one started. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. So now the Ravens getting ready for their first go on offense. As we get a look at a guy who grew up in Florida, played his college ball, of course, in Louisville. It's the electric Lamar Jackson. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. From the gun, Jackson. Open man is the tight end, Nick Boyle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The end result, 21 yards. To throw is Jackson. Brown with his stick skills. This will be caught by Brown. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram, working his way for a gain of 7 to the 26. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Jackson got a man. It's Brown. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. It's complete to Brown, right side. And they'll get this down to the 10. 11 yards there, first down.
First down and 10 yards to go.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Credit the sack to Vita Vea. But following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. That's complete, right around the 8. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there, not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And on the opening drive of the ball game, the defense comes up with a goal line stand. Well, trying to be bold on the opening drive of the game, but that effort, it proves futile.
How many times have we talked with coaches where they've talked about taking the emotion out of their decision-making? I think that opening drive, if he didn't have it in his head to go for it before, I think that keyed into it. They were doing so well, and he decided to really establish something there. They didn't get it. Now they've got to make sure that they don't lose their focus.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll take this one up to about the 6-yard line. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. So a little more space to operate now. 1st and 10 from right around the 12. From the shotgun, it's Winston. He completes it to Jones. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. It's a gain of 16, first down Tampa Bay. Winston now to throw on first down. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. Winston, a handoff. This is Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. No score after 1 on EA Sports. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third.
Watch tight end. We got 4. We got 4.
From the gun, Winston. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 15 yards. As Tampa Bay picks up the first. Winston of the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Working out of the gun, Winston. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it. You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 33-yard line.
On 2nd down now, it's Jones. And he'll go down at the 28. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. On first down, Jones. It's a gain of 16, first down Tampa Bay.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
Ready? Back 25 behind. You ain't doing nothing, Bill. You ain't doing nothing.
They'll run on first down. Barber. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's a toss play right, Barber.
The short field shrinks even more.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Taking it in from 14 yards out as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it's Peyton Barber that polishes it all off with a touchdown scamper. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Buccaneers defense, we watch them get set to... going. And last time they had nice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind him.
a simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head. This the whole time. We get down to position. We were to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to not worry about the one play that didn't allow him to get into the end zone.
Trying to get it in zone. We'll see what they do. 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. Jackson. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing is Jackson. He's going to find his tight end Boyle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give him 17 on that pickup. On first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, Ingram. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, and it's on the clock. 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. We remind you, up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. And they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. On 2nd and 7, Jackson flush to his right. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Jackson from the shotgun. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Levante. Oh, no doubt, a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
Following the interception, Winston looking downfield for Godwin. Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin, 53 yards. And the Bucs get the quick strike touchdown.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
You said jumbled. They were the